right, there's been a sort of response, but it happened before we said it. But there is I just shared it on my story. Vanessa Bryant put up on her story a picture with Rihanna drinking a drink with her middle finger up in the air saying, me protecting my peace, not pregnant, having fun all summer.
That's what I'm saying.
Good for you.
That's why I said don't get ahead of ourselves.
Hey,
Well,
she ain't saying I ain't out here outside.
right.
Listen, like somebody said on the text line, it's like, it's okay if she's out here having fun, but to get pregnant, maybe you want to hold off on that.
I'm happy to hear that.
What? You can't tell another woman hold off on.
Yeah. We need you to hold off on that. Like I'm still standing.
We're not ready.
Like
yet.
Joey's the biggest Lakers fan that I know. Do you want to see Vanessa Bryant pregnant? See what I'm saying? And he's a father. You know what I'm saying? He knows the beauty of having a baby. Nah.
We ain't ready for that yet.
We don't want. Speaking of babies, though, this hurt my heart this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw. I posted it up. I posted up a little tribute to Nico McKnight. And Nico, when we mentioned the Brian McKnight story a few times on this show, because Brian and BJ and Nico and their group Broken Robots, I worked really hard to try and get them a deal because they're so talented, and they have like one of the most beautiful songs that they wrote called Marry Your Daughter. And then when they got estranged from their dad, we came on the air and was like, yo, how you change your name? Because Brian McKnight, I don't know if y'all are aware of it, but Brian McKnight's new name, his new name, Brian McKnight is now Brian Kenoya Makoa McKnight Sr. because his new baby is named Brian Kenoya Makoa McKnight Jr.
Okay.
So he's changed his name to a Hawaiian name with two middle names because it matches his son, because now his son is Brian McKnight Jr. and his son's Instagram is the real Brian McKnight Jr.
And the other one, Nico.
BJ is Brian Jr. and his second son is Nicholas, which is Nico. Self-taught guitarist, self-taught photographer. His Instagram is 50 clicks because he was always with that camera. And I posted that up just because it's heartbreaking to know that he posted up some tweets where he was like, I really just want if I could have anything before I leave here, just to have a big group hug with my mom, dad, and my brother, just to be able to kind of just bring this to a close. And he said, I just want my dad to say I love you, but his dad was like, it would be really hard for me just to pull out an I love you with all that we've been through. And so he pretty much left it unresolved. And so he left this earth with a lot of love from a lot of people, his wife, his brother, his team of people. But in essence, he left this world without resolving stuff with his dad, and that was a little sad.
Well, isn't that? I mean, he's tried to do stuff with his dad before, but didn't his dad abandon his sons? His dad is in a place where he thinks that the kids that he had prior with their mom, because it was before marriage, they were out of sin. That's what he's repeated over and over again. So
he doesn't acknowledge them, or
no,
he just
not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
See, that's sad, and it sucks that this is going to be something that's probably going to get him to talk to his sons again. Well,
honestly, it really doesn't look that way.
If you haven't reached out after this situation, I mean, when is the right time? It would be when that happens.
Most of us only know because his brother, is a legendary singer as well, Claude McKnight, who is one of the founders of Take Six. Mm-hmm. And Take Six is Grammy award-winning superstars, vocalist. And he posted up a rest in peace to Nico. And when I saw it, I was like, are you serious? And then started to reach out. And Desiree, who used to manage them, hit me back and let me know it was true. So it's something worth seeing just as far as just a pure musician. When you look at it on the story on Instagram, you could just see how talented the kid was, especially to teach himself. Yeah. Now when you got a dad with that kind of DNA in you, that's just... Yeah, it's a sad thing to see.
Naturally talented.
Yeah.
I was such a big fan of Brian McKnight, and then that whole fallout with the family years ago, and then it being exposed actually within the last couple of years. That's when I was like, yeah.
I remember
it makes it hard. It makes it because I'm such a fan of Brian.
Same.
And he did us a great solid, a few times in the lineage of the Freak Show, and I just can't look. Like your kid.
Yeah. I remember.
Especially like you mad at the kid and you like, yo, it was sin. It's like you were the one sinning.
Right. And now
how
you're
you
blaming
mad
them.
at me? I'm just a product of it.
Exactly.
That's rough.
I just remember we made a huge deal when he came out with that new song talking about his new son. And he was like, oh, you're my shining light, my only son. And I'm just like, wait, what?
And that's one, remember I played you the one he did on his album to Nico.
Yeah.
Because, and that's why I reached out to them because I'm like, I didn't want, with dad being estranged from them each other or whatever, and I put Nico's Lullaby in that video tribute because his playing was so rage, but it's like, man, it's such a far step from, especially the way it ends, where it's like, just go fall away to sleep, close your eyes, don't cry. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, like, you wrote a whole song about your kids, and now it's just like, it's just a passing
thought. And to change
thought.
Your name
to match the
new kid.
Yeah.
Just again, you're abandoning your
It's a heartbreaking thing. It's a heartbreaking thing. But get familiar with Broken Robots because they definitely have a beautiful song. And Marry Your Daughter should still be people's I know a few weddings that have used it, and it's a beautiful song. All right, so did you guys see Cardi B's official announcement on her Instagram?
You mean
with
the
her
hard
man?
Launch?
Yeah.
That was a hard launch.
That was a hell of a lap dance in that hot tub, or whatever that was.
It was like, hello, chapter 6.
Chapter 5 is over. Chapter 6 is here.
And then,
now the boy might not have a job though.
Who?
Stefon Diggs.
Why?
Well, because right now, Mike Vrabel, the coach of the Patriots, he's finding out about everything that happened in the video. Did you see the video?
Video where he was surrounded around them girls on the boat.
He was just around girls on a boat.
Yeah, but no, it was more so about what was in his hand.
What was in his hand? Money.
Looked like some Diddy.
I don't know.
It looked like some Diddy powder.
It was some
pink powder.
Yeah,
it was pink powder.
Oh, he was just holding powder.
He was. It was in the midst of all these bodies of ladies.
Okay.
And he opens up this thing, and they're like, "Oh, okay, Daddy." And he's like, and so you look at his hand. And there is a substance in there. You don't know what it is, but everybody with pink powder out here is thinking Diddy, thinking ketamine,
it's
thinking,
bubblegum.
It could be protein powder.
It could have been protein powder.
Yeah.
But they're like investigating it now because they're saying, with this new launch of the Patriots, they want it to be pretty much clear. And with OTAs going on right now, there are people in Boston who are reporting that they don't think he might survive this because he is so into this stardom and social media, whatever, that they don't want the distractions relaunching the Patriots.
Okay. But was he on camera using said substance?
Nah, he actually just gave the...
and we can't prove what the substance is.
He gave it to the girls. And then he said, go over there and have some fun, ladies. And that was it. It doesn't show him doing it. It doesn't show him using it at all.
My man is innocent here. I mean, can you test anybody when...
You can.
You can?
You can test them by
in the middle
their
of summer?
hair.
No, I mean like when they're not playing right now.
Technically, yeah. If you're
well,
under
yeah.
contract,
I mean, the season will be full blown in August, and those kind of things, according to what I've heard, stay in your system, like in your hair follicles and stuff, for like 3 months.
And that's why you shave your head. Like, here you go,
Meredith.
What?
Stop sticking.
But the thing is, I understand what they're saying, though. This is a new coach. Essentially, the team's going to be, brand new to a lot of people. Stefon Diggs was one of those new players coming. Right. And Vrabel's saying, like, we want players that are going to make good decisions on and off the field. And if you have somebody out there just on camera giving out substances, he's probably going to be in a lot of trouble for this. At least getting fined soon. We don't know yet.
I mean, nobody would know what it is, but they believe that they know what it is.
I think there's been a lot of other football players that have done a lot of other really egregious things, and we've just allowed them to play or just.
It's a different time now, though. Like, because everybody, there was a time none of us knew what pink powder even meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I found that
What
out
is
just
that? I don't know
recently.
what that is.
but I'm saying like we only learned that. Well,
Boy, you're the
you're the whole reason we know about what it is. To
I
tell
have
you
no
the
idea
truth.
what you're talking about.
Like not with your actions, but with your access.
Right.
You have been able to explain some things that we did not know.
I didn't.
I will say this. He's coming off an ACL injury, and he technically isn't cleared yet for football like activities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's enjoying himself.
He didn't look injured when he was standing behind Cardi,
No.
smacking her upon her backside. So he looked real uninjured.
He kind of looks like he's having the best summer ever.
Exactly. And that's what they like. They're like, yo, bro, you supposed to be like recouping so you can come out here and earn this money.
Yeah.
And you out here passing out powder and smacking booties. Like that's not training.
Yeah.
We don't know what the powder is. It could
We
have been.
don't.
We don't know. So, protein powder.
Yeah.
Could have been creatine.
Exactly.
Something.
Could have been creatine.
It could have been Big
Hey,
League
ladies,
Chew.
go take this creatine over there and have a good time.
Big League Chew. It could have been Big League Chew.
That's what I'm
Big
saying.
League Chew. There you
Yeah.
go. Pixie
There you go, ladies.
sticks.
There you go.
Could have been pixie sticks.
Could've-
All
pass
you
the
ladies
special.
just, hey, wet that thing and stick it in this powder. There you go. There you go. Problem solved.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
If you loved that video, then you're going to want to check out more. Make sure you hit subscribe right below.